The X-M5. This is Fujifilm's latest crop sensor camera, and it feels like a miracle that I'm holding this camera in my hands right now. Fujifilm is a camera brand that I have wanted to own for so long. I take pictures on my Sony, I make videos on my Sony, and I love to edit the RAWs. However, it would be a lot nicer and quicker if I could take just nice looking JPEGs, send them to my phone and share it with my family and friends when I take pictures of them or be at events, whatever like that. So I've always wanted a Fujifilm. I found the X100 to be really nice, but it's very, very expensive. One of those days I was just on eBay scrolling around and I found the X-M5 on auction. I don't know for what reason would someone want to sell an X-M5 so early. I mean, this camera only came out, what, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, and someone was selling it for a stupid price. It was so cheap. And you know how eBay does the whole auction thing and people were bidding on it? There were 2 bids on there. I was the 3rd one, and I thought, you know, let me just throw that option in, see what happens. And I thought obviously someone would snatch it from me at the last minute, but to my surprise it didn't happen, and I was asked to pay. I paid for it and it's here. Meanwhile, Fujifilm's going through rough times with their autofocus system. Everyone says it's no good. I can't tell you anything about it because I haven't tried it just yet, and I can show you better than I can tell you. Let's go ahead, open the box together for the first time. I'll tell you my thoughts, my initial impressions, and coming from a Sony camera, the a6700, this is another APS-C, but with a whole different set of features, and I think it's targeted towards a whole different market. And just like every other video on my channel, I'll tell you the raw emotions, the truth about how I feel, how it actually is. I am not paid to do this. This is stuff that I bought with my own money. So let's get into it. Usually I would have my unboxing knife with me, but Fujifilm packaging is different from what every other brand would do. I think for the first time in the history of modern Fujifilm, the camera is coming in a box that is not black. I saw the X100 series, the XT50, HS2S, they all came in black boxes. And so yeah, I guess it's the whole preserving the environment thing. Pretty easy to open, nothing too crazy. No waterproof bags to rip open or rip apart. Just a regular brown box as you would expect, or as you would not expect. It's the second camera I'm unboxing on this channel. It's kind of crazy how quickly I have become a photographer. Anyways, first thing I see is my I don't know what this is. It's a Fujifilm slip, and it's written in multiple languages, so it's a registration instructions on there. And this is the version of the camera that comes with the 15 to 45mm kit lens. This is a manual for the kit lens. So specifications for the lens. I am very happy about the fact that there are paper instructions and paper manuals in this camera. The last time I opened the camera, the Sony a6700, and I had no paper manual, I felt like something's going wrong because everything's just online these days and the feeling of reading from paper cannot be replaced. This is Capture One exclusive free trial, and this is the paper manual. I am very excited about this, even maybe more than the camera. Fujifilm digital camera X-M5 and a paper manual in different languages. Oh my god, it's 2025 and we have a paper manual. I love this. I love to read. Most of the things that I do or love today about tech is only because I started reading related manuals. That's a story for another day, but there's a physical paper manual here. I'm very happy about that. Now I'm left with a blank page again. This is the Fujifilm strap. I have reasons to believe this strap will be more valuable than the Sony one, because the straps that come with Sony cameras, the moment you take them out and you put them in a locker, nobody takes them out to the real world or makes use of them. Let me not say nobody, but people don't really like the default Sony straps. I think I will use this one, or I might just resort to my Peak Design ones. And this is the lens. Really nice packaging. I'll go ahead and open this. Okay, the lens is plastic, full plastic. It feels like a plastic toy. This is the zoom ring. Oh yeah, this doesn't feel very nice. This feels cheap. It doesn't feel premium as compared to like what you would get from a Sigma lens. You see? And I wasn't even expecting it to be very premium. Anyways, let's move on. On the side of this box, I can see the battery is here. Small, really small looking battery. This is not gonna have the best battery life. This is not going to be like the Sony level battery, but this is what you get from it. 1260 mAh. I don't know how good or how bad that is just yet, but we'll find out. And boom, the main event. This is the camera itself. Okay, this is way smaller than I expected it to be. I can hold it in my hands and it will disappear. This is a very small camera. I'm already having troubles holding on to it. Trying to picture holding it. This is a very small camera. I'll go ahead and compare this to my smartphone. This is my iPhone. So looking at it like this, you can tell it's shorter than an iPhone 15 Pro. And the thickness obviously will be different. But when it comes to the width, it's just the same width as the iPhone. I think that's much better. I should have kept the light on the whole time. Yeah, so yeah, this is what it looks like. Opening the screen, I can feel a little wonkiness as compared to what my Sony feels like. If I'm opening the screen on my Sony, it feels very solid and sturdy. This feels a little wobbly. Maybe that's just how it works, but yeah. And honestly, I don't know why people complain about this camera so much. For its price, I think it's really wonderful. If you're seeing a mirrorless camera at this price and you're complaining about weather sealing, in-body image stabilization, come on. We're expecting AMG performance from a C220 here. This feels good enough. Yes, it's not as firm and blocky as a Sony camera would be. It's not as rock solid as the Sony's, but I think this is good enough. If you buy a more expensive Fuji, I guess it would be a different feeling. I have not had another type of Fuji before, so I don't know what they typically feel like. But I think this is one of those get what you pay for situation. Even with the lens, I think this is something that I can put in my bag easily and go anywhere I want to go. I'll throw the battery in there as well. I have a memory card. First question, it asks what language I need to use. I think this is a very decent camera. I don't find anything wrong with it as of now. Maybe I will have different thoughts and I'll make another video concerning that. But for now, I think it's a very decent camera. I put my memory card in here and I took a few shots. But this is pretty decent. The shutter sounds good as well. This is what the shutter sounds like. Yeah. It's a really nice sounding shutter. I look forward to taking loads of photos with this, with the film simulations and the recipes. The zoom ring does feel a little weird and it's just not something that I'm used to. Zooming like this, feels like it's a digitally controlled thing. There's two actually, and they both do the same thing, but in different ways. One of them is like a click and return, and the other one is more traditional. And it does make noise. It makes noise when you zoom in and out. But yeah, overall, I think I'm very happy with what I've seen in the box. I'll go through the settings and change all the settings that need to be changed. And I'll make another video. It might not be a review per se, but just tell you my experience and how I feel about this. But I just wanted to open this on camera and give you my initial thoughts. I think it's a very decent camera. It's solidly built. For the price, I wouldn't be expecting too much more. And from the specs on paper, I think you wouldn't go wrong if you buy this camera. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll make another video when I start using it and I'll tell you exactly what I think about it. If you want to see the video that I made talking about how I convert my A6700 to X100 the video will be right here to the right and you can click on that. I'll see you again on the next one. Cheers.